Hi, Brunch Babes, and thank you so much for joining me for this edition of Business Over Brunch. My name is Kima. I am your host and creator. I'm also the senior publicist of Maddie Clay Branding and Public Relations and agency director for Redhead Creative Media Group. So, for the month of March, we're highlighting innovators in the beauty industry. And I was introduced to this particular brand a few months ago through another publicist as this person was looking for a publicist for their school. And so this month, when we said highlight people, the innovators in the beauty industry, I thought she would be perfect. And I'm going to tell you why. It is a beauty school that is recognized as an actual university. And not only that, it's an HBCU. And not only that, of course, it's female led. So, what a wonderful way to recognize Women History Month coming off of Black History Month. So, I'm going to bring up Tiffane Nicol, creator of Style Mobb University. Hi, Tiffane.
Hi.
Thanks so much for joining me. I'm super excited about talking to you today. You know, looking over your bio, I'm like, she is super dope. She has so many firsts. So I'm going to let you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do. But before we get into that, of course, it's brunch time. So I'm sipping on a little bit of cranberry refresher. What are you having for brunch today?
For brunch today, I am actually having some water and lemon because I am detoxing and getting ready for all this warm weather. So
Yes.
that's what I'm on today.
Summer body loading. So I need to be drinking some water and lemon. I've been coming off of water only for the last 3 weeks. So I'm super excited to sip my juice today. So
Enjoy your juice.
thank you. Give us the tea on Miss Tiffane Nicol.
Yes, so okay, it's always so hard talking about yourself.
Of
But
course.
um okay, so I have been in the industry all of my life. I was raised in the dressing room of drag shows, and so naturally I fell in love with the beauty industry. So with that being said, was makeup artist first for a long time, and I had the pleasure of working with a lot of A-list celebrity, slew of different type of celebrities. But in that, I found that my favorite type of celebrity was my everyday women. And so, working in the salon and owning a salon for the last 15 years, naturally, it was just time for me to grow into the next level and to inspire and lead the next generation of beauty bosses. So that's why now I'm the founder and director of a HBCU cosmetology school, Style Mobb University, because I'm here at work today. Um, and that's it. I'm a mother. I love to lead and be hands on, but for the most part of it, I just consider myself as a beauty boss. I love the beauty industry, and I love being a mom.
Awesome. I'm super excited. I'm a mom as well. And when I started off in PR, beauty is and will always be one of my first loves. So I actually started with a client who had a salon who also built a school
Mm,
here. So I kind of know what that process is like. But before we get into that, I was looking over your bio and you have quite a few firsts, not just the first beauty school or first beauty school
mhm.
HBCU, but you had the first beauty and barber show, the first 24-hour salon in Atlanta. So, what keeps your wheels going? Like, how do you know what's next and how do you incorporate that?
Well, I think it's just more so of a thing where I'm a person who I feel like your greatest niche in being an entrepreneur is knowing what the customer wants.
Mhm.
And being having a salon for so long, I realized like, dang, my customers really wish that they can come at 11 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I was just like, you know what, let's do a 24-hour hair salon. Or the idea of me doing a beauty and barber bosses award that came from me working with celebrities and seeing my hard work die into a celebrity, and then they go out and be great, and then they get the award for being great, and I'm like, wait, I did that, and so like, wait, they keep forgetting about the glam team. So
Mhm.
I think a lot of my ideas come from experience and wanting to just have compassion and the passion of the industry. So it kind of keep my wheels just constantly going. It's funny because I don't even realize like, oh, I had so many firsts,
Mhm.
but literally, I think it's just I see something, I don't see it being that I can't do it for me.
Right.
Yeah.
If what do they say? Create it and they will come. So if that was a person, it would of course would be you. So the school, of course, there's usually a natural progression when you get into cosmetology instruction. You start the school. What gave you the idea to make it, or the university process? So like I said, I worked with the school before and I was there from the beginning. So I know what that process is like, build outs, paperwork. So I'm pretty sure your process was like, ooh, I can only imagine. So
Let me
what
tell
gave you
you.
that idea to take it in that direction?
So initially, I started off. I always taught advanced classes because my specialty as a hairstylist was hair extensions, micro links, like all forms of healthy looking extensions. So I always taught classes on hair extensions. So I was like, you know what, I want to open up a school. So at first, I only wanted an advanced academy.
Mhm.
I was like, advanced academy was just take advanced services. And so we got students, and students was like, Miss Tiffany, I really want to get like my cosmetology license here. So when I went to the drawing board, I was like, okay, it was right when the pandemic hit. I had laid out like, okay, so this is what the school is gonna look like. We're gonna have a grad school, and then when I got to looking up what was post grad and grad school, I was like, wait, this is a university. Like
Yes.
this was and that wasn't easy. That was a lot of pushback I got
Mhm.
from the state, from the board of education, and I had to really fight for my students and for the cosmetology industry. And I said that's the issue, that the cosmetology is just looked at as just, oh, it's just a trade. But I'm like, we have to get continuing education hours.
Mhm.
I was like, and now it has advanced to just a core curriculum and then a grad curriculum where you have to know things to how to actually be a professional in the industry. So, girl, it took me a whole year to keep pushing and pushing for them to see it, to believe in it. And they was like, okay, we give you the authority to be a university. Um, so the idea just really just came from wanting to give the beauty industry the option to have a college experience while getting your cosmetology license.
Awesome. I can only imagine what that fight was like, going through, because I'm just thinking back to, being a part of inspections and, all kind of different things. So you talk about like the core curriculum and the grad curriculum. So what type of experience do your students look forward to when they come to enroll in Style Mob?
So when my students come in, they know first off they see the promotions online, so they come in with the excitement that the promotions give off because the energy is literally that high all the time. Our culture here is good vibes only. So we start our day with morning inspiration, yoga, meditation, and
Wow.
then from there we move into our curriculum. So when our students come in, they see literally when you come into the door, our sorority letters are in the door. So they walk in expecting a real college experience, and that's what they get. We have student housing. Like I said, we have the sorority. We do college events. Since we has adopted the culture of a HBCU, when they have HBCU tours and everything, we are part of all the tours.
Awesome.
We literally give our students a real college experience.
That is completely amazing. Like, I'm awestruck. So we talk about college experience. So I'm gonna skip ahead to something that you already told me about. So homecoming coming up in July. Typically for HBCUs, that's like September, October time frame. You're in the summertime. So what can they look forward to with that?
Homecoming is amazing. So last year was our first time doing homecoming. We didn't know what to expect. We was like, okay, we're doing a homecoming in the middle of the summer. It was like homecoming season is typically not until fall. And so I was like, but because we are different, we could set our stamp however we like.
Mhm.
And we figure like hairstyle is lowest season or less busy season. It's the
Right.
summertime. So we was like, it's perfect to do homecoming in the summertime. So our homecoming literally is, since we don't have a band. I mean, I'm sorry, since we don't have a team that we play
Mhm.
against. Typically, homecoming leads up to a big game.
Right.
Our homecoming leads up to our big graduation. We do one big graduation all year. Um, and when the graduation comes, all the classes that graduated that year come and celebrate them. So that's what the homecoming lead up to. But during the week of homecoming, we do a job fair. So we have different salons and beauty industry professionals come in to seek employees through our students. Um, and we do a huge hair battle. We do a huge hair battle. We build a
Oh.
stage out. We have vendors. It's literally a huge block party. Like Like it's a huge it's a huge block party. And then we do this big hair battle on the stage. And so our students are competing against each other. But this year we want to make it extra juicy and compete against another school. Cause we like this is the big game. So we want to compete
Right.
against another school in a hair battle. We've already put our offer of like, hey, we want to battle you, meet us on the stage July 9th. It's a battle. And we open it up to the professionals to battle as well. We don't have a lot of hair shows here in Atlanta. We have one really
Right.
well known hair show, but we wanted to create opportunity where our students can get inspired by other professionals. So we was like, well, let's just do it. Let's open up homecoming to everyone, to all professionals and the students.
Okay, so make sure you keep me posted so I can do the save the date because I definitely want to come and check it out. I'm super excited. Like this is like dopeness on a whole nother level. So you kind of talked about, some of the challenges with, going up against the state of Georgia, the cosmetology board. Like when you were introducing this as a rollout to, the students, potential students, like what are some challenges that your students may face coming in for like enrollment or cost or different things like that?
So I would say so. Our top challenges were, which we've now fixed one of them. The first one was we attract students from all over the world.
I can
Um,
only imagine.
we are here in Atlanta, but literally like 70% of our students come from other states and other countries.
Wow.
So the challenge with that was we didn't have student housing. So that's what made us do student housing because we're like, now if you come in, we have somewhere to house you. That was one big thing. The second thing is that we don't offer financial aid right now.
Right.
Now we have financial assistance where you
Mhm.
can pay your tuition off weekly or monthly, however we decide to design your payment plan. But the because we are still in our first 2 years
Mhm.
and we're just getting accredited, that takes time
Yes.
to get financial assistance, get a federal financial
Right.
assistance. So that is one thing that we are definitely looking forward to helping our students out with because we don't want no one to miss an opportunity because they
Mhm.
can't afford the tuition.
Right. And I definitely understand it. I remember that process as well. So it does take some time. And that's something that, people definitely do need to understand that just because you offer our title as a university doesn't mean that the federal financial aid comes along with it. So,
Mm-hmm.
on that note, like, what are some things that you do to help raise money for your students? I saw you had like a scholarship program. What are some other programs that, people can participate in or potential work study to offset some of those costs?
So we are actually currently in the process now with the state of Georgia trying to get some type of work study because every state offers a work study. And so we had to put in our time of 2 years first, and now a lot of opportunities are starting to open up for us. The second thing I would say, oh, I am so sorry.
You
The,
okay?
the second thing I would say is what we do. We just have like an open port where people can just kind of donate to
Okay.
our oh Lord, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
My phone would be so busy. Let me put on do not disturb.
Okay.
Um, so the second thing would be where people could just kind of donate to the school. Now we do have events like when we do our Beauty and Barber Awards. That was a huge opportunity for people to donate for scholarships. So the second thing would be where people could just kind of donate to the school. Now we do have events like when we do our Beauty and Barber Awards. That was a huge opportunity for people to donate for scholarships. Um, and that's pretty much it. We don't do anything special to get donations for
Okay.
it because I'm just kind of not like that person to constantly ask. That's a whole nother job asking for
Right.
donations and scholarships. And, maybe one day I get a great publicist that can help in that department. But I just stay hopeful that when our students need it. We have a student right now. She lives an hour away, and she
Wow.
catches an Uber to school every day. We gave her a $2,500 scholarship, no, a $500 scholarship, but she was like, "Can you just put it towards an Uber card?" And so we just bought her an Uber card so she can get
Oh
back.
my gosh. An hour in an
Yes,
Uber?
yeah,
Lord have mercy.
yes.
Okay. That is unbelievable. So if someone wants to donate, they can also do that on your website or they
You
just reach out to
go
you.
directly to the website. You go to the website. It will, as soon as you get to the front, it'll say donate. You'll click on a donate, and it's welcome to. donate whatever you like. Most people, they'll just donate and we'll get the notification, and then we do this huge big shout out to them.
Mhm.
Like, thank you so much for donating to our scholarship funds. The students will reach out. The students, like, we've had businesses done. The students have gone to the businesses and thanked them personally. So we definitely try to show our gratitude once those funds are donated.
Awesome. So you mentioned that this kind of came about or started like at the top of the pandemic. So, we're still kind of navigating these waters. We don't know which way to go.
Mhm.
So, are there any virtual classes for people who can't get to Atlanta? And how does that work if you have it?
Yes. So we do offer virtual classes. Our virtual classes is up to 8 weeks. That is when your freshman classification, we like to call, since we're at university, we have class
Right.
classification. So in our freshman portal, that is 8 weeks. After the 8 weeks, per law, we cannot allow for the student to stay online. They have to come in house. So, but that works for so many people because, especially when we was in the middle of the pandemic, it gave people time to adjust and to get
Hmm.
ready. Like, okay, I got 7 weeks to do this, and then I had to go in, and it worked. We had students from Delaware, New York, LA, Texas, all over. We would have a screen full of online students and a house full of students, and then at their 8 weeks, it's like they all come together.
At the same time.
Yeah,
Awesome. Because after that 8 weeks, they have to be on the floor
yes,
getting experience. So how
correct.
does that work if someone comes from like Texas or California? Where is their license held? Is it in Georgia or is it
So
okay?
their licenses are here in Georgia. The great thing is about cosmetology board is once you have a license, you just transfer the license out. The greatest thing about Atlanta, we have the highest. Well, actually, LA has the highest. We're the second to the highest number of hours that you need to become licensed. So once you're
Mhm.
licensed in Georgia, you can pretty much transfer them anywhere.
Okay.
Mhm.
Except for, I think, North Carolina, which is where I'm located. I've heard so many people say it's hard getting their license to transfer. I don't know if anything has changed because they've made some changes over the years. So hopefully, if someone, enrolls in Style Mob that's North Carolina based, they won't have any issues. I would hate for someone to go through all that and then have to
I
like
think it's just
battle
a board.
again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a board in the school. And once we transfer, because the board is pretty much the same just about everywhere. Um, Once you transfer the hours, they have to be accepted. Only thing
Okay.
to tell you if you need more hours.
Right.
And if you need more hours, that's typically just kind of dropping into a class. Um, the highest amount of hours is LA. That's the where I've seen most people have the most challenge because
Hmm.
LA requires so many hours for their cosmetology license. But it's typically is an easy thing. It's just getting the board on the phone and
Right.
they do it.
Right, absolutely. So I'm like, this is so amazing. I'm excited that you've opened up this opportunity for so many different people to get
Mhm.
their cosmetology license. So when they graduate, they have a cosmetology license and they also have an actual degree.
Yes.
Um, okay, and is that applied sciences? What is their degree
No.
in?
So actually, this is considered a diploma or a
Okay,
trade. Yes,
okay,
we give them a diploma of cosmetologist, and it's cosmetology will follow up on a chemist almost,
okay,
but of course without all the schooling.
right,
But that's what cosmetology do. It gives you the authority to use chemicals on a
right,
like body.
right,
So we always like to say we're chemists, but technically the diploma it just kind of gives you the right to pretty much use chemicals.
right. Once upon a time, I held a license in natural hair because I wanted to be a cosmetologist. Life didn't work out that way. And when I was working with my client with the school, I was able to go to school. So, yes, I definitely understand. So, I want to talk about another program that you have that I was like, okay, like they do everything. You
Okay.
have a teen weave workshop.
Hmm.
Tell me about that.
So the Teen We Workshop was actually my baby to even start classes. I always have had a calling like on my life for my ministry of teens and young people.
Hmm.
And I knew it was like a pull, and I'm just like, God, what is it you want me to do with these teenagers? Why are they always coming to me? What is it you want me to do? And so one day I literally was asleep and woke up in the middle of the night and it was like Teen Weave Workshop. And I just wrote it down. I'm like, what is the world of Teen Weave Workshop? And I don't know if I should have decoded that and came up with another name, but I just ran with it. Like, okay, we gonna just use this. And my partner, who is with my partner here at the school, I called her and was like, "Hey, Miss K, I want to do this team weave workshop class." And she like, "Oh my God, I'm writing out a curriculum for a team class right now." And we literally took both of our notes, got together, and just put them together and went from there. And so we used the sewing as the teaching to get the
Mhm.
student. It was kind of like the catching a fish.
Right.
But we used the sewing curriculum to teach life skills. So we like the foundation, the breakdown, and we apply the foundation back to what you're doing currently right now is going to pay off into your career at the end. And that's going to school, respecting your parents, like, having healthy conversations, taking care of yourself, self love. And then we do the process. The process is you got to do this every day. It's not a one time thing. You got to go to school from elementary to high school and or whatever, what that process may look like. And then the success is what your ultimate goals are. And then the success or the finisher and the sewing is after we sew the hair in, and then you got your curl and your style. So we literally walk through the curriculum and then we just refer it back to lifestyle skills.
Awesome. I love it. So now that you have the school, of course, if any of the young ladies decide to come to Style Mob, do they get any type of scholarship or is that in
So
the works?
actually, we have had, because during homecoming we do a junior a homecoming queen and the homecoming princess. If you win the homecoming princess um, thing during homecoming, and you get a scholarship to come to Style Mob University, the
Okay.
actual cosmetology school. Actually, we have had in our first we did maybe about 10 classes before we went into a university. And we have had two students that actually came as a team that is now enrolled as a student here.
Awesome. Congratulations. Like it's just so many different things. So I know that of course it's a new school, the curriculum is developing, you have some things that you're probably working on. Is there anything that you want to share with us that, some changes that you and your students can look forward to in the upcoming year or so?
Yes, we are moving to a bigger location this year. With the bigger location, because right now we have like a boutique size school. So with the bigger location, it's going to come more programs. We'll be adding an aesthetic program. We're still going back and forth if we want to add barber, but for now we know for sure it's going to be an aesthetic program, and it's going to go into nails and a master cosmetology program. One of the other things that we'll be adding this year is our makeup and film academy. Um,
Oh,
One, I come from a world of makeup in movies and
mhm.
in theater, and so that's a whole nother set of skills that's not something you learn in a cosmetology school. That's
Right.
a whole nother set of
It
skills.
is.
And so we're adding a film and theater department so people can learn professional set skills. And yeah, that's it. And then we're getting ready for the next Beauty and Barber Awards.
Awesome. Like so many things that are going on. I'm super excited. We've never met until today, but I'm proud of you. Like this is Black
Oh,
Girl Magic personified. I'm
you.
so excited for everything that you have going on. So how can so we already talked about the website. Is there any other platform or social media that people can go to if they want to learn more about Style Mob University?
Yes, we are. If you type in SMU, as you see right here, you type in SMU or Style Mop University on any of our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. Those are the two that we're mostly on, Facebook and Instagram. It'll take you directly to the Style Mop University information. You can see everything about our school. We try to post a lot, but honestly, we be so involved with our students. And it's like, oh, we forget to post. But we do try to post as much as we can. Any information about the Beauty and Barber Awards. If you're interested in the Beauty and Barbers Awards, know someone that should be nominated for a category within the Beauty and Barber Awards. That page you can find us through SMU or Style Mob University, or you can go directly to the Beauty and Barber Awards.com.
Awesome. Like this has been a great conversation. And I feel like there's something else that you've done, another first that we haven't touched on. But I'm just super excited for everything that you have going on and everything that is to come. And I just couldn't imagine this month without including you as one of our innovators in beauty. So congratulations on everything. I
I
can't wait to stay connected with you.
Yeah, I really, really appreciate that. It feels good to be acknowledged, for people to see what's going on. because ultimately it goes back and pour into our students. It pushes us to go harder. It pushes us to continue to be innovators and come up with things. So I really appreciate that. I
You're
really do.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for giving us some of your time today. I know you are super busy. So we are going to go ahead and bring this out to a close. Guys, if you are listening, if you are in Atlanta, not in Atlanta, if you are not in the United States, you can enroll at Style Mobb University and be a cosmetologist at a accredited university and HBCU. How awesome is that? Have you ever heard of that before? I know you haven't. Don't lie and say you did because I didn't hear about this until we thought about Miss Tiffane Nicol. So congratulations, Tiffane. Thank you again for joining us today. It's
Thank you.
super excited to have you. Again, you can join us for brunch every first and third Saturday right here at 11 o'clock. Again, I am your host, Shakima Boyer, with Maddie Clay Branding and Public Relations and Redhead Creative Media Group, and Miss Wonderful Tiffane Nicol of Style Mobb University. Until the next time, be blessed and enjoy whatever is on your brunch menu.